What's going on, 83? That's what's up. What up, what up? Audio's good. The stock 83 said that he's rebuilding UTB 18 Capra shocks. Sweet. So what are we going to be doing today? Let's switch over and find out. I'll tell you guys right now. Dirtbag.
Nothing stock 83 said.
Oh, hold on.
Phone is finally giving me notifications again. Hope I haven't missed a lot of lives.
No, not at all. This is only my second one in a while. So you're good. Don't even sweat it. Let's see here. Oops. Give me 1 second. What I can do right now. Oh. There we go. Okay, so give me 1 second because I'm just setting something up on the computer. Control panel. Short key. Nope. There we go. All right, cool. So now, okay, so for anybody watching or jumping on the rerun, I've been using this speed controller in here, ECU, ECM, ESC, and it's been working great. This is the first generation that Endura came out with. How you could tell that is that this spot right here is red, is the second generation one. So this one has like a 80% reduction in reverse, which has been a little bit aggravating in this truck. Otherwise than that, it's been working fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Works great on 2S and 3S. So if you get the newest version, I definitely recommend that. All right, this is the MB100. So that's dope. And then I'm running the Endura, basically the purple motor, purple brushed motor. Spin it this way. And we'll zoom in. So right there, the Enduro 180 48 turn reverse rotation motor with the heatsink on top of it. It's been working great. But I'm going to take it out because I want to upgrade to this new motor, which is the Viper brushless motor. It just got crazy hot in my place. So this is the 1721 28,000 Kelvin brushless motor, aka the Viper. Purple Viper from Enduro. But the only thing is that the ESC that I'm going to be using now is this older generation of the MBL32. They have a new one of these out, and it's just, it is what it is. But this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to be using in this truck setup, which I got to still do a review on. And I've been jumping up to 3 lipo, 3 cell, right? Yeah, that's this is a 3 cell pack. Definitely recommend this one, and it fits but doesn't fit. I'll tell you guys more about that on a review. But other than that, I got some upgrades, so that we're gonna throw in the motor. I got a aluminum skid plate, which is a Gen 1 aluminum skid plate from Enduro. If you follow Enduro's website, they got the new skid plate up. So the difference is that you can access the drive shafts with the skid plate on. Like this one, you can't really access the drive shaft. Basically, what I'm talking about are the bolts on the actual drive shaft. Get that up and running. Got darker. So these bolts on the front side, on the transmission side, can't be accessed with this generation aluminum plate, but I don't really mind about that. The newer generation plate is gonna look like this brass plate, where you see there you have these cutouts front and rear here. So if I rotate this the right way, you could see that you have access to the screws on the axles, and then on this one you don't. So that's the big differences in that, but I don't mind it. It's an extra skid plate that I have, so I'm gonna put it on the dirty bastard and run it like that. Let me see. I don't think I need all these lights on, do I? Ah, yeah, it looks good like that. Alright, so, and then I want to throw this dust cover on the back and see how that works, so on and so forth. So we'll see what happens there. Other than that, I hope everybody enjoys. Jump in the chat if you want, say what's up, say something, and I'll see it pop up, and then I can get to it and whatnot. All right, let's. You guys are still on the same page. I'm gonna switch over, and we're gonna take out. I just realized that I put these skid plates on that I 3D printed, and they work really good. I like them, but yeah, they're gonna be in the way. There's a couple things that I gotta figure out here because I don't have a lot of room. Is gonna be stripped away because I might be getting rid of this battery cage right now. Well, we're gonna be getting rid of it right now. We're taking it off, but I might be taking it out and getting rid of it completely and putting a new one that I found a 3D printed one that I can print out, and it has a little flap over on the top and everything. I'll show that on videos. I need some kind of content to make videos because all I got is old stuff, but whatever. I'm trying to find the tweezers. I'm not 100% set back up, but I'm getting there. Because these little things fall all over the place. So I got one. The other one fell down. 2, it just got crazy humid. It is ridiculous. Alright, so I'm going to pull the screws off the top of this skid plate so I can show you guys. I do want to do a video on this skid plate, and whoever has 3D printer can, 3D print it, because it's a free, I think it's a free, oh no, this was a pay for one. So you see it has the screws on the top, and I don't know if you noticed that plate dropped down on the bottom. Do I need to be closer? Drop it in closer. So once I unscrewed that, this dropped down and basically removes, revealing the screws underneath. So otherwise it goes like that, and that's the skid plate. That's the reason why I printed it out. It was really cool and everything, but I believe I did pay for this one. So it's a paid for skid plate. Now I'm just going to take the screws out of the bottom. So that way I can access the skid plate, get to the transmission, and then the motor. I know everybody's going crazy with this, with all the tariffs and all that stuff. I hear all the videos about it and everything. I'm gonna remove the body real quick. I'm gonna remove the body real quick so that way I don't have this thing following me around, flapping back and forth. And I believe this is a 1.3 mil. Yep. So I'm hitting it right on the hinge because it's only one screw on each side that I gotta take out. Because I'm going to be working on it enough, and I got to rotate everything. I don't want to keep looking around and finding places where to put this, the body and everything. So we're going to set that to the side. What? My bad if it sounds like a tutorial. I just don't know what to talk about otherwise. Oh, that screw, that is not the bit. That is the problem. I thought the screw was stripped out. I was about to be like, oh no. So I did finally figure out the differential issue that I was having in the back of this truck. So if anybody remembers or knows about it, the back wheels were locking up. They would freeze, lock, and then release after a second, which made the truck act really, really stupid. And it was a little difficult with certain climbing situations. Hey, what's up? Who's that? Red VW Rednecks? Let's see. Oh, people been talking.
WV Rednecks RUS said. Sup y'all MR Urban. WV Rednecks RUS said. Sup symbol, how are you sir? Nothing stock 83 said. Remember a little bit.
All right. Hey, that's enough. Trust me. If you remember a little bit. Redneck, what's going on? Let me get back over to the feed. So yeah, that was an issue that I was having. That this thing was locking up.
You remember I asked about that reader.
Yeah, remember I asked about that rear. On this truck? Mad funny. Yeah, it used to lock up. I got it figured out now. It doesn't do it. I could actually plug this in real quick and show you guys.
WV Rednecks RUS.
Let's see.
Said. One reading your comments.
Oh, yeah. All right. I get what you're saying. That was a while ago. Oh my god. I told you what it was, right? It's just a program and whatnot, but yep. Alright, so I can hook this thing up real quick. Got the remote here. Give me 1 second, let me turn my fan on because like I said, it just got crazy hot in here. Humid.
WV Rednecks RUS. Said. Yeah, couple months.
Yeah, I had a lot going on, so I haven't been on in a while. But yeah, I remember somewhat. Alright, so let's plug this thing in. So you see how now it's smooth and consistent, it doesn't stop. What was happening before was basically it'd be rotating and then out of nowhere it would stop and lock up. So that was a differential issue with the gearing because I dropped the lowest gear set that you could drop in the whole truck and everything, and the combination with this motor, it makes that work so good. Like the slow crawl on this thing is ridiculous. And I'll show you guys real quick. I don't have no steering, but like that's the slow crawl on that motor. We'll go again. I'm trying to feather it. I can do it slower, I just can't. It's hard to control it with my finger. There you go. Come on. My finger keeps pushing it down. It's retarded. But any which way, it's gonna get crazy slower. But the rear doesn't lock up anymore, so that's good. When I do the video, I think I have footage of it locking up, so I'll show people that. I want to get back into doing the videos. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things are all different now, so that's why I haven't been able to do videos. So let's get this thing off here, the skid plate. There's a lot of performance parts that I want to buy for this. I just I'm actually concerned myself about those tariff things or whatever, but I don't think it's gonna impact anything with me personally. So I'm gonna see, or any of us personally, if you order directly from Endura. I don't know. We gotta find out. I really don't want to get into politics in this channel. But yeah, I've heard a lot of RC people talking about it. I want to get all the gold brass for the front of this thing. Make it look like it has grills, golden grills. Alright, so we got the motor and the tranny out. We're gonna drop the links and just pull. I'm gonna pull the skid plate out of position here. I'm gonna line up the other skid plate, which it goes this way. Right, this skid plate was in another vehicle, that's why the holes look like a little bit abused there and whatnot. If you don't know exactly which way to line up the skid plate on this, always look for the two holes in the front. Are going to be the two holes in the front of the chassis. And then I recommend going from the bottom and then spreading the chassis and lifting it up and putting it in position. And then just slide until you line up the holes. And you're good to go. Now we're going to concentrate on this kit real quick. We'll move some of these screws over. I gotta get this motor mount onto this motor. This motor is about the size of my thumbnail. That is insane. So, motor comparison sizes. Size doesn't matter, so says the women. There's a significant difference from what I'm taking out to what I'm putting in. But, yeah, believe it or not, these motors are strong. Very, very strong. I definitely recommend them. They're smooth. I already run them in 2 of my trucks. So if you're thinking about getting this motor combination, I highly recommend it. I want to try their new ESCs that they have on their website. They just released some new ones. I want to try those out because I want to see what those are about. Trying to get a parts bin just so I can hold everything of this in here. There we go. Yeah, I actually need my lights on. I didn't think I would need my lights on. I'm right next to a window right now, but it's illuminating nice. Alright, so they provide you with this little Allen key, which is awesome because not that many people will have this little Allen key. But I ordered this the second they dropped it, which was the smallest Allen key that they provide, if I can find it. I talk crap about it, and then I can't find it. I got it. It's right here. Nope, that's not it. It's a 1.5. What am I gonna do? Where is the Allen key? I had it. Oh, here it goes. I'm looking for it on my wall of Allen keys here. 0.9 millimeter. Definitely recommend if you're going to be messing with a lot of these things, so you don't need to have this or find it or lose it or whatever. Alright, so let's get this plate on here. The only thing that I don't like is they don't tell you. Endura lacks in instructions when it comes to certain things. So they don't really tell you, you know, oh, grab the flathead screws and put them in here. And, you know, that's the way you want to do it, and so on and so forth. They don't tell you that. So you're going to want to grab these flat screws. That's going to be a 1.5 mil. When you put this cover plate on, oh, I need some more light, huh? When you put this cover plate on, you want the recess to be facing down towards the motor. And then we're going to line this up where we believe is good. So I'm going to put it with the wire facing this way and one of the motor leads on the up angle. If that makes sense. I'll do that like that. Then I grab another one. And then I get them lined up. Looks like the wire's pushing on this a little bit, so we're gonna move that back. Remember, the can does rotate with the actual pinion. So we're gonna just snug these down. And then, I wonder if I should have put the pinion on already. Alright, so we're gonna take off the front axle piece here. The screw. Set this aside. Now I'm gonna take apart the transmission. Blah 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 blah. It's kind of cool because if you forget, you could actually see the numbers on the gear. If you forget what gears you got in there. Alright. Oh, I missed one. Alright, so I'm gonna have to take the gears out and set them to the side. And that means I gotta remove this bottom piece too. Oh, I was trying to avoid that, but...
Our channel said, yo man.
RC channel, what up? Scared the crap out of me because I forgot that I had that audio box on. I literally jumped. It just started talking. I was like, the hell? Alright, we're gonna put that over to the other side. We're gonna take off these gears and just place them down over here. So what I'm looking at is basically just how high the pinion is right now against that piece. so that way we can put it back, you know, a little bit the same, if anything. So it looks like it's right up on that. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one of these.
Our channel said, it looks harder to build those small TRX4MS compared to the full-size TRX4.
You think? It's not actually, because I built one. I built both actually. No, it's not harder. It's definitely not harder.
Our channel said, like having to get those small bearings off the case and screws rounding off and getting your fingers through certain places.
Yeah, you think so, but it's actually not. If you use certain things, like you see how the bearings are in here? I'm like, oh man, I want to get them out like you said. You could basically take the gear and put it in the bearing and then just wedge it left and right. And you see how the bearing came out? So you just like wedge it left and right and everything. It like I said, if you know the tricks around certain things, it's not difficult at all. I got grit in here. How do I get grit? But yeah, don't let that knock you, if that's the thing of it.
Said, I spent like $400 on upgrading my TRX4. It was fun after all, but the transmission was such a pain. The 2-speed gearbox was insanely confusing for me. It was my first time dismantling it.
Oh, you know why? Because you probably bought yours. You probably bought yours when, like, pre-built, like, already built. I built mine, literally built it from, like, the ground up. I bought the kit that was already taken apart. But yes, the 2-speed is a little bit confusing, but this is it right here. I love it. I know it's like blurry because the camera doesn't know what to do or whatnot, but yeah, this is my TRX4M that I built from the ground up, and I put the rims, the tires. You know what? Let me switch to this camera. Pull this out. There we go.
Our channel said, oh wow, I like your wheels on that.
Thank you. These are actually the stock wheels that came with the kit. The tires. The wheels are just like a pair of factory like type rims that I got. And I was like, oh yeah, definitely, because that's the look that I wanted. Like it was just, you know, basic. Wasn't a little flashy and whatnot. And then I just see like that's the factory rim that came with it. It was on the back here. I switched the bumpers out front and rear. And then I got this body mountless clip kit and threw it on here. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. Like if it was your first time. I actually have to get into that truck and take apart the transmission too, because I have to tighten up the differential and everything. So yeah, I get what you mean.
Said, imagine getting small warning stickers to put on the wheels, like maximum weight signs. That would be epic.
Yeah, right. All right, let's see if we can snug this into place. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't showing you guys. Think I need to change a setting here. Oh, I can't see. How's that brightness? Is it alright? Should I leave it the way it is? No, it's saying that it's too low. beefing up my iOS to 500. There we go. There. It looked a little too dark there for a second. Alright, so we're gonna snug these up. Yeah, but yeah, don't get if you don't have them and you're looking to get into it, don't get discouraged by the small pieces. I would definitely recommend a little pair of tweezers. Like I bought this set from Harbor Freight and everything, and it makes it easier to grab the small screws, and then parts bins always help. Even with that big build, I had all the parts all over the place. It was crazy.
Our channel said, I have titanium coated alloy axles, metal gearbox casing,
Ooh.
brass inner and outer portals on all 4 wheels, BF Goodrich tires, Endura B block wheels, Pro Scale light kit, full interior kit,
And oh, I guess he ran out of letters. Yeah, it only gives you a certain amount of letters to write. Damn, man, that sounds good though.
Our channel said, Traxxas Defender roof light bar, Kent metal front bumper with lights, Endura rear trailer, Endura accessories.
Nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, I want to kit out mine, but I got so much things going on between, you know, real world stuff and real world stuff. Like my personal vehicle needs some TLC, so I got to pay attention to that. Otherwise, I can't make the money. But yeah, once I get that straightened out, I'll be good to go. And it looks like we are going to have, I'm gonna put this down this way.
Our channel said, I can't believe it's been 1 year since the build. It was very fun, except that gearbox. I'm more confident now though. The axles, links, and chassis rails have become very rusty, lol.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have a UDR Traxxas, and I ran it in the salt water because I was at the beach running in and out of the water, and I hit the water. Never really rinsed it down. I should have, but yeah, I got some rust on that one. This one I haven't. I've only taken it out about like twice, and everything. But yeah, I want to do upgrades to it. I want to I gotta tighten up the differential because when I was driving before, if I get stuck, it was literally like just slipping. Even in 4-wheel drive with all the differentials locked up and everything, the wheels wouldn't move at all, but the motor was moving. Like you heard it, and so I got to get in there and tighten up the flywheel. I think it is, or the master flywheel, or something. So yeah, but yeah, that's awesome that. That whole experience should teach you a lot. You know, don't doubt yourself and all that stuff. It's awesome.
Our channel said, maybe tighten the nut, which is the slipper clutch on the side of the gearbox. I need to do that to mine too.
Yeah, that's what I believe is the issue. But with me, every time, like I'll probably do it on a live next week or something. Anytime I try, I know I have to go in and open something up. I want to try to upgrade it and everything. That's just like the stupidness of me, I guess you could say, or whatever, or the ridiculous of me. Like I'm like, oh, I gotta get in there. I want to upgrade it. I will not. All right, so that one's stepped down too much. I'm gonna bring that pinion up a little bit, because I want at least full contact. So we're gonna have to take this whole thing apart and get that pinion. I want the pinion at least flush with this gear.
Our channel You should probably check the slipper pads to see if they are worn too. It depends on how much you slipped on it.
Oh yeah, yep, that's a good idea. I definitely will consider that. Thank you. I was gonna say I only ran it twice, but I was like burning out pretty much. So yeah, you got a point. I'll definitely check that out. Alright, so we're gonna raise the pinion gear a little bit. So it was, that's where the pinion was. So I hope you guys can see the middle sticking out. That's where it was. So what I want to do is, I just took it off. What I want to do is just get a little bit of recessed in there. So I figure right about, that's right about there. So hold it and then tighten it down. Too high, what's gonna happen is that this screw winds up hitting my gears. I was having that issue with another build. So if you're doing this and upgrading your stuff, just be mindful of that. You got to make sure that the other gears can clear that pinion screw.
Our channel said, is it more expensive to build a small crawler from literally raw parts compared to buying it from the brand completely? I asked my LHS and they said because of tax and VAT they are expensive.
Is it more expensive to build a small... Oh, hold on. I'm just reading it over so that way I could... Is it more expensive to build a small crawler from literally raw parts compared to buying it from a brand company? I asked my... What is that, local hobby store? And they said because of tax and vet, they are expensive. Alright, honestly, I'm gonna be fully blunt with you. I built like 3 of these straight off just ordering parts from Enjora's website, and they are just expensive. They're crazy expensive. From like all performance parts, even like buying a body, because Enjora finally started coming out with bodies and everything. It's definitely going to be expensive no matter what you think. But take this into consideration, regardless of the tariffs and all that stuff.
Said, a little bit, but you skipped burning through the cheap stock parts.
So Nothing Stock 83 got a big point there. A little bit, but you skipped burning through. Everybody can read that. I don't know why I'm trying to read that over again. So yeah, it's expensive, but even if you took a stock truck and split it apart and tried to build one from scratch, it's still expensive.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope it helped. But yeah, but it could be done. Oh yeah, we're good now. You basically, if that's what you want to do and you want to spend the money on it, yeah. It's better to buy directly from the performance, because otherwise you're going to buy a whole vehicle, right? So look, and then you're going to be like me. I have a whole vehicle. I'll show you this way. I have this whole vehicle right here. Look, the chassis here. I have the front and rear bumpers from Enjora because I didn't want to modify this this body. I wanted to leave it as the way it was, and I made a complete build for it, and then I stripped it out. I took all the parts off, but then I Now I have this body and just sitting. So I'm gonna do another build on this, but with spare parts from the upgraded parts of other vehicles that I do. You know what I mean? Like this one was a half and half, the dirt bag. But yeah, so the worst case scenario is after you buy a complete vehicle and then you replace all the parts for it, you're gonna have another vehicle. So if you want two vehicles, yeah, go ahead, buy a donor car and then upgrade it slowly, or just buy the whole platform. Yeah. I don't know exactly which one you think is a good idea, but yeah, good. Definitely happy to help. Alright, so now we're putting the training back together. Alrighty. The main thing that I hate about this is getting the grease on my fingers. So this bad boy is ready to run. The motor's all installed, very good. Nice and neat. I got the wire tucked down because if I put a platform or something to put the speed controller on top of, I don't have the wires in the way, so they're actually facing down this way, which I think I put them on the wrong side because it looks too close to this, but I'll show you guys how you can bend that. It's not going to be the death of it.
Nothing stock 83 said. Stock parts are good to have, so you have mock-up parts at a minimum. Anthony Garland
Yes.
said.
100%.
You can easily spend 3 times the price of a new 1VS building one.
Yes, exactly. It also, it just depends on a lot of factors. If you want to do the build, do it. Don't let nobody convince you otherwise. Like, I wanted to do it, and I did it. This was actually the truck that I just showed you, and I wound up getting this body for it, and I painted the body, and I was so proud of the way the body came out. I was like, yo, it has to look like crap. So then I made it look like crap, the whole car and everything. And then I was like, yo, I want to, like, sneaky. I want to put, like, performance parts in there that you, like, if you know it's a performance part. But if you don't, you don't know. And slowly but surely, this thing wound up with axles, transmission,
Is that a Domino's sign?
gears. Yeah. Yo, is that a domino sign? Yes, it is, 100%. I found it on a 3D file. I painted it to match the actual dominoes thing. It didn't come out great. It's not my greatest work. But I wanted it to look like crap, and it is screwed in, so that's the screw holding it down. And when I do the video on the review of this, I'm going to put this up because I don't think I paid for this. I think this was a free download for 3D printers and everything. So yeah, it is. It's the dirt bag, man. This truck is exactly what I would probably have if I had a Toyota pickup crawler. I swear to God, I'd spend all the money on the rims, the suspension, and the gears like this one is.
Our channel said. How did you dent the body that cool?
Oh, with my special technique. So you basically take a heat gun and heat up the acrylic, or what is that, acrylic, whatever this plastic is made out of. So like this one right here, heat it up, and then I actually take a real rock, and then you just press the real rock on it. And then in certain spots, you just gotta go deeper. Like these are all real rock dents. And then this one I just dremeled out with there. This one was a dent with the real rock. So you can see it caves in on the hood. And then with the Dremel, I just made it look worse and everything. And then the same thing with this pillar being chewed up. See how the pillar's chewed up here? It's all the real stone. I think I have one here.
Our channel said, can I do that to my 2021 full-size TRX4 body?
You might be able to. I don't know. Is that is it the same kind of plastic? Is it hard plastic? So yeah, I have rocks like these. And when I warm it up, I just push it up on there. You could do it to the... Yeah, you should be able to. Just be very careful because that plastic, if it's like... So if it's like this, you know, the thin plastic that we have on the other Traxxas trucks?
Our channel said, no, it's the acrylic Bronco body.
Oh,
channel.
Oh, so the thick one, yeah.
Sorry,
Lexan, all right. Yeah, it'll work 100% because it's the same type of plastic almost. So yeah, you just heat it up a little bit and then you just push it in. So like I said, like those pits are the rock. Like just, it was like that. And it just pitted. It was a different rock. It wasn't this one. But like, see how this rock has this dent right here? That would be the hood. You know, like I would do that, or the fender and everything. And then with the Dremel, I just grinded it out to make it look sharp, because you know how metal looks sharp when it's all banged up and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video because people have been asking me to do a video about this truck completely, because it's gotten a lot of eyes and it's one of my favorite trucks. Well, all my trucks are my favorite trucks, but yeah.
Our channel.
But yeah, you could definitely do it with that body.
Gotta go have dinner. See you next time. Thanks for all the info.
No problem, bud. Enjoy. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. See you next time. Doo doo. Alright. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up, get this thing mounted back in here. And then I'm going to stop the video so that way I could go take care of personal things that I got to take care of. Alright. Do, 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 do. Yeah, too short and too long. I wonder. Nope. That's probably one of the ones to hold it down. Hold the transmission down. So.
James RC Garage said, Chico.
It's the king of live stream, James. What up, bro? What's going on, man? How you been? Oh, man. Alrighty.
James RC Garage said, good and you.
Good.
Evan Stock 83
Good. Hanging in there.
said, James RC Garage said, Alex.
Alright, that feels a little snug, but nope. No, that's good. That's good. Woo! That is definitely good. Alright, let's get this bad boy lined up. We gotta set up the... turn that a little bit. I'll put this up there. I'll flip this over. Oh, okay. So that's what I'll do. Alright, let's get the transmission locked in first. I mean the skid plate. We'll lock the skid plate down and then we'll get to the rest of it.
Anthony Garland said, "You don't grease your gears."
Yeah, I do. When you get a chance, rewind the tape, you'll see it. Here. You see that red in there? That's all grease. So they were already pre-greased, so that's why I didn't grease them again. I should have took it off, cleaned it off, and put it back on the gears, but I'm lazy. But yeah, they were greased. That's what that red stuff is in there. It's all Metal Gear grease and whatnot. Yeah, I definitely tried to. Although Traxxas says that you don't have to, but I recommend it. Unless you want to... most likely it'll make your gears louder too, so you don't want to deal with that crap. And
Anthony Garland said, "I fill the case myself." Anthony Garland said,
"Oh,
"I didn't see it before."
It's all good. Oh man, I put the wrong... I put the screw in wrong.
Anthony Garland said, "Cow grease."
Cow grease? Nah, it's some grease that I got from one of the local hobby stores in on the island. I go to a couple of different hobby stores and whatnot, but yeah, this is it. Oh, I can't see from the top here. Can't see from... Oh, there you go. So it comes in this little tub here, and it has that little applicator right there and everything. This is the one for the for Metal Gears, and then I have one for that looks the same, but it's white and it's for plastic gears. But yeah, that's what I use. When I first got into it, that was what was recommended to me.
As long as it's wet, that's all that matters.
Right. All right. So I got those in position. That's in position. We can get the transmission locked down. The sun is like peeking in and out. It's annoying. All right, here we go. Lock the transmission down. And then we'll start setting up the links. Yeah, it also definitely helps with the noise, like the when you apply the grease. Typically the 4M, they don't come with the grease.
Said, "Finally finished the F-18 shocks."
Nice. Very nice. Alright, this is looking good. Got the new motor in it. Let's
Anthony Garland
position these.
Can't stand the gear noise.
Yeah, the gear noise doesn't bother me too much. You know what bothers me? When the the ESC or the whatever you want to call them, like the factory ones of the Traxxas, when they squeak or that beep, that hum thing, whatever the hell they do, that drives me nuts. I can't take that. Like or it's like a steady beep or something. That drives me nuts. I'm like, yo, I can't. That's why I pretty much changed all of mine out.
Anthony Garland said, "Speed control sequel."
Yeah. Yeah, especially the one that comes with the Traxxas. The blue one. Ugh. I think I only have one truck that still has that one in it. Ooh, this one don't want to play nice. Oh, this sucker's stuck. Okay.
Anthony Garland said, "Needs more power. LOL."
Does it? I would believe that. Because it sounds like it's damn straining all the time. You want to try something cool? Check out these 3S lipos. I picked these up. 850 milliamp. I've been using this for about like 4 months now. And it really, it'll go with the speed controllers. I don't know how long you've been watching, but the MB100s, they could take it because it even says it right there, 2 to 3S lipo. So I got the 3S. I got these 3S lipos. The only thing is that you might have to modify how your body closes because they're almost 2 of the Traxxas batteries put together. I don't even have one of them right now. Let me grab one of Traxxas battery and I'll show you. Oh. Still pressing the wrong buttons. Alright. So yeah. So you can see right there. Is it easier on the overhead? So if I put this like in front of it this way. See how it's almost 2 of these? It's like 1.5, if you will. But other than that, it's almost the same dimensions. It's just a little bit, I think it's a little bit longer this way. That's like a straight on view. So it's just a little bit longer this way and it's thicker. See how if I hold it that way? So yeah, but they work. They're really nice. Amazon. I got that from Amazon. I don't have the link right now, but I got it from Amazon. You can find them. Man, I gotta take these links off just to get this thing on. Crazy. I thought I would have been able to put that on. It's been a minute since I messed with these trucks. There we go. Got the axles going in. They're in phase. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little black magic marker there. Or a Sharpie that I put a while ago. So I need the lower links to lock up. it came out. Am I still in video? It's like wiggling all over the place. Yep. Bar still matches up. And it came out again. Can't wait to get this link tied down. There we go. All right. That's the one. That's the two.
Peter Griffin said, "Yo, yo."
Peter, what up?
Peter Griffin said, "Not much."
Yeah, same here. Just trying to throw this together real quick. Then I gotta run. Go run an errand. We got the crappy day outside. It was raining this morning. It was overcast. They said that it was gonna rain today. Oh, I think it started raining again. It started drizzling. All right. No wonder why the humidity went up. It got humid in here. I increased the fan speed. That helped. There we go. Front axle in phase. Now I just got to get these upper links in place. Why do the aluminum plates give such issues? There we go. Stay right there. Stay right there. Oh no. There we go. There we go. We're in. Let's get this all over on the other side. Dropping a brushless motor in here. For those of you who just tuned in or people who are just like, what the hell is he doing? Drop the brushless motor in and a skid plate, aluminum skid plate, and now we're trying to put it back together. All while getting it on video. Video. Because people...
Sil Cervantes said, "Sup everybody, crappy day in my neck of the woods too."
Ah. What's up, Sal? Is that right? What's going on? Yeah, I should have took this thing out anyway and did some test runs with it before these upgrades, just to get it on video, but I was just like, I don't feel like doing that. I had already pulled out the electronics. They were still in, but they weren't they were no longer fastened down, so I would have had to play with everything all over again and try to get it back together. Because there's a lot of wires that I need to shorten up as well. I am missing a screw. How am I missing a screw? Ah, that's how. When you're missing screws, always look for something magnetic. They tend to do that, and they drive you nuts when they do. You know what? It looks a lot better. Well, it didn't look bad before, but it looks good. I want to get a skid plate cover, but the one that I want is the Traxxas original one. So if you're wondering what that looks like, I'll show you because it's on my Defender here. So this is the one, I put an Endura sticker on it, but this is a Traxxas skid plate. As you can see right here, it says TRX on it. It should have said TRX here and then have a big M right there. But yeah, so this is the skid plate that I want for this truck, and the actual, these covers, these are the TRX4, again, this is from Traxxas. I want these covers on this truck because this truck is like, I want to make it more comp-ish, like they spent the money on this truck and made it a comp truck and all that crap. All right, so we're good to go there. Get these 3D printed sliders back on. Doing good. Which this is fairly easy. Once we get one screw on, which the screws are completely wrong. They're supposed to be recessed screws, but I don't have those, so I'm using these mushroom head screws.
Said, I'm still waiting on that rover in to be restocked for my current project. Sounds like a pretty solid setup. I might just need get that purple Viper too though.
Oh, this thing is ridiculous. This purple Viper, man. Oh, forget it. Still waiting on what? I'm still waiting on that. Oh, the Raven. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that other, that other thing that they got. Let me...
Said, I just got that rover and motor set up and it's great.
What's up, Makia? Nice. Let me... I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing because I'm doing a million things at once. Hold on, because I can pull it up. I can pull things up now because I set it up that way.
Said, is the Viper better than the Traxxas brushless?
Yes, 100%.
Said, hi, how are you?
What's going on, Makia? Yes, 100%. Hope everything's good with you and everybody else who jumped in. I'm sorry I didn't say that before.
Sil Cervantes said, jealous, been waiting weeks now. LOL.
I don't think they're gonna re-release that.
Said, yes, 100 points.
So this one right here. I don't think they're gonna re-release this thing. Yeah. I don't know. The only reason why I say that is because oh god, how do I backtrack on this thing? I can't see the actual Let me go back here. Oh. Well, that don't help. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Said, I bought it the day it came out.
The motor combination? What is that thing called? The Raven? All right. So what I have to fix something on the computer. I have to figure that out. But yeah. So we're on Endura's website right now. These are the new ESCs that are out. I don't know if they're going to take over that Raven or what the case is. But if I'm not mistaken, that Raven was the one with the it had the, I want to order this thing. I want to review this thing so bad. I got the perfect truck that I want to review it with too. So I wonder if this works with the app.
Cel Cervantes said, I sent an email, said they were updating/upgrading it and it'd be available again in a few days.
Oh, okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah, mine was a complete assumption. If I didn't put that across, my bad. It's just because they released that, it sold out, and then they put up this one. They put this one up. So I assumed that they were discontinuing that already, that there was a issue for it. Because if you look, you can't get this one anymore. This one that I have, the MBL32. What is with this? Thing is like burning bright. So yeah, this one, the LB32 brushless thing. Now I'm not gonna lie, with one of the vehicles I have trouble with it. Every time I turn the truck on, sometimes it takes a second to connect, sometimes it doesn't connect, and I have to turn it off and on again. But once it does connect, it pretty much doesn't have a problem. So I don't know if they have a bigger scale problem or what the case is. But I looked on the website and I can't find this one anymore. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 of them. So I'm not mad because, like I said, they work and everything. These are the ones that you have to connect to the computer to get them programmed or whatever. Or set the settings up and whatnot. But yeah, so that is what it is with that. But yeah, I definitely want to try out this this other one. I wonder if this one, it works with the, because they have an application out now, correct? With that Raven one. I wonder if this one works with that. App tuning not supported. Yeah. Right there. I don't understand. Maybe they're having problems with the app or something? I don't know. App tuning not supported. That sucks. They get this thing squared away and they get the app to work like it doesn't have to be verbatim like Furytech's app, but anything close to it, everybody's gonna go nuts.
Cel Cervantes said, he developed an app for that rover and FOC setup.
Yeah.
It makes me think there may have been some issue with it.
That's what I thought. Which I probably believe, I definitely believe there'll be an issue with it. There's always a bug or something that they don't think of, and then when it gets out to the general public, people are trying so many stupid things, and it's things that not everybody could think about. You got 5 people on a project, and you're telling them, make sure that you think of everything that you could think of. Then you release it, and you got 50 people on that project. Like, just say 50 people bought it, the Ravens, and everything, and they went through everything. Like, they got a truck, they wanted to do this, and I got a truck, and I wanted to do that. Now, me and you were talking, and we got a friend, and he's like, oh, I want to set it up to do this. So now you got 3 different combinations right there. So imagine 50 people. When you release it out, they probably seen like something was wrong, and they're trying to fix it. Now, maybe the one that we're looking at now, which is this one, is the backup release just in case. Like, just in case if that one flopped a little bit. This one looks good, though. I don't really care too much for the power on and off. But yeah, yeah, that's fine. This is for adults and whatnot. The only reason why I say that about the power on and off, because you can't physically just turn the power off and not worry about it. You always got to worry about the LiPo batteries and everything like that. And I just feel bad for like newer people, you know, to LiPo. Like, I don't know everything about LiPo yet, but I learned a lot and I learned quick. And everybody and their mother, don't leave your battery plugged in overnight or over the weekend or whatever the hell, you know. So companies like that, I think they should just help it out and, eliminate the on-off switch, make it cheaper as well, because I'm pretty sure that little switch cost money. That's, it definitely cost money. The little switch. All right, we're good to go. This thing looks good. But yeah, anybody thinking about the Viper motor, 100%, I hands down will recommend it. That other motor that they got, I don't know. What is this? Oh. I gotta watch out. My contacts are coming off of this motor. The negative's coming off. Alright. So, pretty much gonna call it there, because I have stuff that I want to do. If anything, worst case scenario, I'll jump back on with the live later today. And where's that on there like that? I thought I put it on here too. What the hell? Now it pops up? That's weird. Gonna try to jump back on the schedule. Definitely gonna do the Saturdays, but if it's not posted a week in advance, then it's not happening, or I have something to do that Saturday. I got jammed up with that, didn't think of it the last time I was doing the live schedule and everything. I just said every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. and Saturday would come, I would have something to do in the morning, and then it just ran up into the time where I didn't have time to do the live, and I just jumped on trying to rush it or something, and it was a nightmare. So now, if I don't schedule it the week before, then, or something could pop up or something like that. Like, it was just, it's a little difficult to nail down a schedule and everything. And then a lot of things, like I said, have changed. I don't know if you guys are noticing the background is completely different and whatnot. I do have access to go to the desktop sitting here, but I'm having a problem going back. I can't see that back button on Chrome because of the view that I'm looking at. So I'm looking at exactly what you guys are seeing, and it's messing me up. So I gotta fix that. That's one thing that I'll fix, so that way I can control it while sitting here at the workbench. So I have control because I have a mouse now and a keyboard and everything over here. So that way, we could check things out and whatnot on the fly. Like, if we get into a conversation, I'm like, oh yeah, let me check that out and everything. Like the Raven was a good call, like this thing. Yeah, I thought they discontinued it. The app definitely looks like an interesting concept and whatnot. It's gonna definitely have bugs. So if anybody gets it or got it, if you experience any issues with it, email them immediately and tell them what you were doing and what the issue was, and hopefully they'll pull out the fixes for it. It'll become something like crazy better, faster. Oh, I forgot this is completely waterproof, huh? I forgot this was a censored a censored motor. It's nice. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get my hands on that if I can. Definitely want to do a review on that. Alright. So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go see to do what I gotta do and everything like that. Everybody who stopped by, jumped in the chat, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for dropping by, saying what's up and everything. Everybody that already threw the thumbs up. I got 9 likes, so I appreciate everybody who dropped a like, jumped in, dropped a like, and left or whatever. Whatever you guys did, it's all good. But I appreciate you guys. Might be jumping back on later today to finish something else up on this and everything. Got some more parts I want to put on it. Said that already. Repeating myself. Gonna try to stop that. See you guys on the next one.
Said, thanks for the content and reviews / recommendations. Have a good week.
Oh, you're definitely welcome, always.
Said, have a good rest of your day.
You too, Makia, and everybody else. Have a good one. And I will see you guys either later or next weekend. Later.